To have relationships with men who don't deal with their shit can be so energy depleting. Most men are afraid to do the inner work. Inner work means to look at your darkness and tame it. Most men are afraid to do deep psychological work because they have to look inside of themselves. So they're aversive to therapy. Women are much more open to doing that, but the men who are afraid of their inner darkness do not go there easily. And to the women who keep encouraging such men and have relationships with such men who don't deal with their shit, stop trying to be their mother, because these are men with some deeply repressed issues and you're not their mother to unrepress them. Emotionally stunted, evil, narcissistic men made it to adulthood because they were never held accountable by any authority figure, not a teacher, not a mother, not a father. And they made it to adulthood without anybody keeping them in check. That's why they are the way they are, moronic. If a man has too many insecurities and too many issues, he tries to weaponize those issues against the women that he is with. Just because he is insecure, he tries to make his woman feel insecure. When women enter relationships with such men, you are supposed to disrespect these men and not mother them. Right? Women think that they can change men and they can influence them to do better. But men who have made it to adulthood without ever doing the work are not going to change just like that because a woman enters their life and does some work with them. That it does not work like that. These are men who have some permanent damage in their system and they're not willing to look at it to repair it. A man who did not grow up with a decent mother figure or a father figure who could instill values into them at a very young age is a man who is a broken man. There is no way he can make it to adulthood without his brokenness if he has never learned the art of being a good human being. So why do these women think that they can magically fix this man who was never properly calibrated to be a good man in the first place? It does not work like that. There is a setting, a default setting that must have been installed in these men by their parents. A partner cannot do the work because that window closes in his childhood. And a broken man arrives into a relationship and breaks a woman apart. The only way you can avoid such men is by stepping out of the relationship. The only way you can fix your life is by stepping away from such men. And maybe then they will do the work that is required to look at their issues and to do long-term work, if at all the man is interested in fixing himself. Ladies are not setting standards for these men, which is why you're allowing such men to seep into a relationship with you, and now you are already married to this man and struggling in a sinking ship. To be in a relationship with a broken man is to feel like you are riding in a sinking ship. Ladies must set standards, and the standards must be for the man to earn your respect by honoring your expectations and by meeting your needs. If you do not have this standard, you're letting any Tom, Dick and Harry walk into your life. And if you're staying in a relationship where you do not respect the man and you resent the man, what kind of a relationship is that? You are living in denial of the fact that you are just living with an animal. It is like to live with an animal which does not have to contribute anything to your life. If you are simply tolerating your man, you need to be celebrating your man, not just tolerating. You can get a pet animal if you just want to tolerate somebody and mother it. There is no harm in mothering a pet, but this is a grown man that is dysfunctional, that some women want to make it work so badly with. I don't know why women are doing this. Girls must learn to disrespect the men that are causing evil and harm in their life, and they should start respecting themselves enough to walk out of such hostile situations. But I see some victims, women victims, who are doubling their commitment to a man who they hardly respect. And this is like digging your own grave. Because how can you love someone that you don't even respect? Isn't it disturbing? You don't have to respect your pet, but you have to respect your life partner. And there's another category of women who keep fighting with the man, a broken man, to treat her better. They complain that their man is stonewalling them, or their man is simply defending himself when they're talking about their pain. Understand one thing: if you have to fight for the validity of your pain to be recognized by your partner, who should already be, who is supposed to be caring for you and not causing pain to you, then that is a relationship that lacks any foundation. And that is not even a relationship to begin with. It is like you living with the enemy. It is like a frenemy, but it's your partner. So stop trying to fight these men and trying to mother these men, and have the self-respect, enough self-respect to walk away from these dysfunctional men.